Hello YouTube, it is Faker here, today with week 2 of the new Mauville Draft League. So I recorded this once and my prep was like over 20 minutes long. I don't want it to be that long, so if I just speed things up, that's why. Today we're up against Drake Lionheart of the Lavender Town Ghouls. Um, so they've got a Parish Trap team as you can see here. Aerodactyl, Gengar as the Megas, and of course Gengar supported by Mousehold, Incineroar. Um, yeah, Gengar, Mousehold, Incineroar, the main one. They have Blasters as well, is the other one I was looking for. As the main supports for the Parish Trap. I honestly thought at first that it'd be pretty easy to get around the Parish Trap just because I have so much power with Mega Swampert, obviously 150 base attack. No way Gengar can eat that, but unfortunately, Gengar is surprisingly bulky. As you can see here, here's a quick example of something that can go wrong. Oh wait, look at from this view. Here's an example of just how things can just go wrong very easily, right? So like, for example, right here, I Intimidate. I have to fake out Incineroar because if I don't, Incineroar will fake out my Swampert, right? So I have to fake out Incineroar to stop that, and then my Swampert can just go in and nuke the Gengar, right? This is what you would think. As Gengar obviously perishes, but no. Gengar is bulky enough to survive that. And obviously, and then here's just the classic pairs that can happen where they both protect on this turn. Next turn, they drop out the Blastoise, who I can't KO, as you can see here. And then Partial Berry is a tech I think my opponent might bring. They self-parting shot, bringing Gengar to continue the Parish Trap, and you know how things end from here. They double protect, and the game ends. So, you might think, oh, Swampert can always just KO, but with the power of Intimidate, they could even bring in, Mousehold as well to mess with the calcs with Friendguard. Gengar's bulkier than you think if you invest in HP and defense. But other than that, they could also just quite simply, it's very simple. They don't even have to do all that Parish Traps nonsense. I don't think they'll bring Parish Trap actually. I'll discuss that later. If I do this interaction, like all they have to do is Energy Ball me. And I can just forfeit here. So I have to just watch out for that. So it's not easy to just bring in Swampert and Sweep, unfortunately. Obviously, once again, I could lead Politoed, Swampert, but then I don't have Fake Out. Incineroar can then Fake Out my Swampert or my Politoed, and then Gengar can get the KO. Obviously, in that case, they'd probably Fake Out my Swampert to prevent the high horsepower. Obviously, I have to be very, very careful with how I do things, especially because if I do bring Swampert Politoed in the lead, they could fake out Swampert and then Parasong immediately. And then I get in that Parish Trap I mentioned earlier, because I don't believe Politoed can, KO Gengar. Unless like heavily invested. I didn't actually calc it, but it just didn't seem worth it to try and do that. So I have to be very careful with how I deal with Parish Trap. And then Aerodactyl obviously has Tailwind. So once again, I'm very scared of Tailwind because my team's built around Swift Swimmers like Swampert, Overcoat, and Quillfish. But, Tailwind gives the entire team Swift Swim effectively. So I have to be very, very careful with that. Those are the kind of things I'm worried about. Some other things that I'm really worried about are their Blastoise. Obviously, Water Resist are annoying for my team since Swampert's my main star. So Blastoise and Goodra, but mostly Blastoise is very annoying. With Fake Out and Life Dew, I think it's going to be a very annoying pivot to get around. Goodra as well as a Water Resist. It also has Gooey, which might come into play if I have to Fake it out with Weavile. That might be something that might be like a really, really cool tech. Because I don't think they'll run Hydration. Because I don't really have status like that on my team. Obviously, I guess they could use it actually for Vivian, actually, interestingly enough. To get around the sleep powder. So they could have some techs like that. Obviously, with Swampert being my main Mega, I have to worry about Grass type moves. They could run Pop Bomb because this is Reg MB. They could run like a Bullet Seed or Seed Bomb on the Mousehold. Goodra, I'm expected to either have Giga Drain or Power Whip. Because I think last match they had like an Earthquake and Superpower or something. They had some crazy techs on Goodra to hit their opponent's Pokemon. So I'm expecting Giga Drain or Power Whip. If they bring Gliscor, which I don't think they will, that could have Power Whip. And then once again, I don't think they're gonna Parish Trap me. I honestly think they're just gonna bring 3-attack Gengar with Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Energy Ball. I don't know, because honestly, they might just get away with just Shadow Ball. No, I think they need Sludge Bomb to hit, I guess, Weavile, I guess, because it's probably the biggest threat. So yeah, I think they might just bring 3-attack Gengar and just not Perish me. Also, I mentioned the Pasho Incineroar. I'm almost positive that this Incineroar will have Pasho. There's nothing else that makes sense. With Intimidate and Max HP with a Pasho Berry, it lives Wave Crash plus Fake Out, so I feel like it doesn't make sense to not. I think it makes sense to just have Pasho Berry. I'm gonna mention this later, but I'm bringing Scarf Vivian, and as you can see here, Vivian has base 89 speed. Lucario has base 90 speed and inner focus, so I can't fake it out. So if I lead Weavile Vivian, and they bring a Scarf Lucario, at base 90 speed, I outspeeds my Vivian, and with inner focus, I cannot fake it out, and things get very, very scary. So I'm definitely hoping they don't do that. In terms of weather, they might run a Sunny Day Aerodactyl, or a Gliscor, but I don't expect Gliscor to be brought. So yeah, those are some techs that I expect them to have. In terms of their team and what I think they're gonna bring, I honestly think they're just gonna bring these 6 right here, a Gengar mode and an Aerodactyl mode to switch things up, Incineroar Mousehold to support Gengar for defensive pivots, and then just double water resist. This is what makes the most sense to me. In terms of items, probably just Sash, Mousehold, Pasho, Incineroar, and then probably like healing items for these two, like a leftover Citrus is what I'm kind of expecting here for these items here. Once again, they could obviously see the Scarf Lucario. If they bring Lucario, I'm gonna be kind of scared because Scarf Lucario is gonna scare me because it blows up my main lead, which is gonna be Weavile Vivian. I don't think they're gonna bring anything else. Gliscor seems insane into a rain team. You're better off just bringing Aerodactyl with a faster Tailwind setter. Feraligatr could be brought, but Blast was just the better water type, like, for defensive pivoting. I don't think you need the offensive presence of a Life Orb, Sheer Force, Feraligatr, but they could bring it to take advantage of my rain. And then Aggron, I'm a rain team, you're not going to bring Aggron, let's be real. Anyway, let's introduce my team here. So first of all, I'm going to introduce Weavile and Viv first. So let's start with Viv. This is the classic Viv set with Choice Scarf, Sleep Powder, basically saying I'm going to sleep both of your Pokemon. With a Choice Scarf, I'm very fast. This speed is to outspeed Mega Aerodactyl, and also outspeeds a max speed Incineroar in Tailwind. And then the HP and Spadef, I believe it's to help me. I didn't write it down, unfortunately. But I believe it's for like Mega Gengar Sludge Bomb to like live one hit or something like that. It was something for Mega Gengar, some calc. But yeah, this is mainly just here to Sleep Powder and be annoying. With Compound Eyes, it's like 97% accurate or something like that. And it's going to pair well with my Weavile here, which, as you saw in the replay, has a White Herb. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring in Incineroar, so I'm doing my best Sneasler cosplay. And one of the best things about this Weavile is that I don't have to worry about Dual Wing Beat. Because I was calculating like, oh, does Dual Wing Beat KO me? Because I was thinking about running Sash. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not Sneasler, I'm not a fighting type. You know, I have to worry about Rock Slide, but not Dual Wing Beat. But White Herb is to prevent the Incineroar from dropping my stats. Throat Chop here is to KO the Gengar. I want a specific bulky Gengar spread, and that spread has a 75% chance to faint from this Throat Chop. That spread that I personally run, but that's a ladder spread, and that ladder spread is only for base 120 speed Pokemon, so they might not run as bulky. I'm running Adamant Weavile with 17 speed. This speed is so basically if you run Adamant Weavile, because Weavile at 125 does not outspeed either of these two Pokemon. If I run Adamant max speed, I speed tie Mousehold. But as long as they don't bring a Pop Bomb Mousehold, I'm not scared of it. So I don't care if I'm slower than it. So I'm just running enough speed for Gliscor, allowing me to put more bulk, letting me live Jolly Rock Slide from Aerodactyl. So yeah, this HP and defense is for a Jolly Rock Slide. I can live that if it's a spread move. Single target, I will faint. But having bulk is nice because I don't have a Focus Sash on this Pokemon. Ice Sprinter is because I'm a coward and don't want to miss Triple Axle. It's very scary. And I also don't need to Triple Axle much on their team. You could argue that it could be for Aerodactyl, but Ice Sprinter does more than enough for me. And I'm mostly just Gengar hunting with my Weavile. Gengar is the main threat, I think. I don't think I'll regret Triple Axle on Aerodactyl. Fake Out obviously is to dominate the lead, as I'm the fastest Fake Out user. Protect is the last move because I don't think I need Rain Dance, and Protect is just very nice to have. So these are my main 2 Pokemon that I want to dominate the game with. But there's a third Pokemon here that I want to support with my Viv, and it's this Corviknight. I did not know Shed Shell was in the game. I was doing prep against Gengar, and this is why I don't think they're going to Perish Trap. It's because Shed Shell is just an option to use to just get out. So this Gengar, they don't have much for it. Not much can really KO. I have enough Spadef to take Shadow Balls very, very well. I don't believe this 2 KOs me with Gengar. And then like what's it hitting this hard? Aerodactyl doesn't hit it hard, especially if I get an Iron Defense. I have a Spadef for Gengar. Mouse holds mostly support. Glasgow doesn't hit it hard. Lucario doesn't hit it hard. Really like an Ice Beam, a Gudra or something is a threat, and obviously there are other water types. If they hit me under rain, it could be a threat. And Incineroar is only a threat if I don't have an Iron Defense up. But if I get an Iron Defense up, this is a threat. I have a bit of speed here, just to try to outpace their Incineroar at base 60. And this attack is to help the calc against Mega Aerodactyl with Iron Head. Against no bulk Aerodactyl, this Iron Head has a 50% chance to KO after Fake Out. Which is why I have that bulk there. Maybe I should just put more speed to outspeed Incineroar, because I do want to get Iron Defense. But actually, I have Mirror Armor against Incineroar, so it should be fine. I'm not really worried about Flare Blitz. And I have Rain, too. I'm not worried about Flare Blitz. It's mostly just the Gudra and the 2 water types that can hit it hard, so... And once again, I have Shed Shell here, because if I try to get Perish Trapped, I can just escape. Like, okay, my setup didn't go well. Like, maybe I get an Iron Defense, but then Gengar perishes. I can just do some damage and then swap out. So yeah, these are my 3 main Pokemon here, but obviously I've got my Rain. This Spadef is for, on my Politoed is for Gengar. If they are timid, max special attack Gengar, Sludge Bomb only has a like less than 1% chance to KO with 32, 5 plus Calm. This speed right here is to outspeed Gengar in Tailwind, but I doubt I'm gonna get up. I'm just gonna be clicking Sleep Powder most of the time. But if that does get up, then I can do that. And then the rest is just a special attack with the Mystic Water. I was thinking about putting like a Grass Resist Berry or like Leftovers or Citrus, but I was like, I don't know. I'll just throw on a Mystic Water, I guess, to just hit their team hard. No Ice Beam on this, so you know their Gudra does wall me, but I'm just gonna be clicking Water type moves mostly. Like these are the only 3 Pokemon that really resist, and I didn't like putting Ice Beam just for Gudra when they might not even bring Gudra. Helping Hand is just to help against Friend Guard or Intimidate calcs to put things back in my favor. I was thinking about like Encore, but I'm not fast enough for Encore, so it's just like I'd have to like predict, and it's just like Helping Hand just seems better. Swampert is just pretty standard Swampert. The speed is for Aerodactyl, and then the rest in HP. No Ice Punch because High Horsepower does like more damage. No, High Horsepower does like basically the same damage as Ice Punch to Gudra. And with Vivillon and Corviknight, I have more opportunities to Earthquake. You two have Protect. You don't have Protect, but you're a Grass type and you have some physical bulk, so I might be able to throw out some Earthquakes here, but it is standard Swampert. And then I'm bringing my first pick, Cinny here. Cinny's here to support Corviknight with Rage Powder and obviously some Hospitality Healing. Kasib is to help me live a Gengar Shadow Ball. I'm running special defensive mostly because I expect him to bring more special attackers. I think Lucario might run special. It helps take Gudra hits, Blastoise hits. You know, I didn't really feel like running physical bulk for Incineroar because I have Rain. Obviously, its Darkest Lariat could hurt or Throat Chop, but I felt like special defensive was a bit better here. Actually, maybe I could run physically defensive, I guess, for Aerodactyl maybe, but ran more specially defensive here. And there's just a bit of speed just to outpace Incineroar once again. I want to be faster than it in case I need to get off a Shadow Ball against Gengar. I don't want Incineroar to just KO me before I can move. Like if they double target me on turn 1 with like Shadow Ball or with Gengar, I live with Kasib Berry. And then ideally I outspeed Gengar and get my own Shadow Ball off, and then maybe Politoed goes for like Muddy Water to finish off the Gengar and hit the Incineroar, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my team here. I have a bunch of leads that I'm prepared to use. Scarf Viv plus Weavile is my main one. Depending on what their sets and if I see who has a Grass type move or not, I might also bring like Politoed Swampert, a Viv Corviknight, or Weavile Corviknight to just immediately set up and break through their team, stuff like that. So that's basically what I'm looking at here. And yeah, hopefully the match goes well. I think my prep's been solid so far, so I'll cut to whenever the match is. Okay, so we're here with my round 2 match here of the new Mauville Draft League. Sorry if I'm flustered a bit. I'm I just woke up. I'm not gonna lie, and for some reason it's not letting me talk. But it's saying that my internet, due to spam from my internet provider, I can't talk except to staff. Looking at my opponent's team here, they brought basically what I thought they would bring. They didn't bring Blastoise though. That's great. Okay, they chose Goodra and Blastoise. Okay, I'm gonna tell my opponent that I'm blocked from talking. Okay, okay, so I'm a bit flustered. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do my Sin lead, which was Weavile Viv. I think I was gonna run Politoed, Swampert in the back. And we can go, okay, sorry, yeah, once again, I just woke up. Okay, yeah. This is basically what I expected. I have the White Herb. Yeah, I just woke up, and I was like, alright, let's just head into the draft match. And I was gonna tell them to not turn on the timer so I could set up my recording, but then I couldn't talk to let them know that. So, kind of unfortunate here. But this is what my prep was. I have White Herb to stop Incineroar, and I've got Choice Scarf Viv with Sleep Powder to sleep Gengar. And because I'm Adamant Weavile, Throat Chop has a good chance to KO. I've got my Calcs on the side here. Yeah, we could just Throat Chop Gengar and Sleep Powder Instant. Hopefully my music isn't too loud, by the way. I didn't get too much time to test this beforehand. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is basically what my prep was for this too, right? I get the faster Fake Out on Incineroar, White Herb to stop it, and then Throat Chop has a chance to KO depending on their spread. If they're max HP with no defense, they just Fate here. They tried to protect. Okay, so they're max HP, no defense. And my Weavile does not have low kick. I don't know why I have protect over it. I don't know why I thought I had a. I don't know why I thought I had low kick on this. I don't have low kick. Okay, they go out into Lucario. I could just go out into Swampert and Sleep Powder Lucario as they protect. Probably gonna Flare Blitz. They don't get the first turn awake. I could honestly just Earthquake and Sleep Powder Lucario, to be honest. I don't think I need my Rain up yet. This is one of the reasons why I ran Earthquake, is so that Viv gets, Okay, they swap out. Maybe, are they not Sash on Lucario? Ensign. Shuka, not Pasho. Okay, interesting. I once again forgot to pull up my notepad. Mouse took 47. It's also asleep and it hasn't burned his turn asleep. I can go Politoed and just Earthquake protect. And this should be game here. Once again, forgot to bring out my notepad, but we'll bring that out here. Gengar faints to... That's single target now. Oh, it didn't faint. Wow. I'm just going to Earthquake again. I'm not going to lie. And I'll Weather Ball the Incineroar slot. Gengar face to Throat Chop. And Incin is Shuka. I thought it would be Pasho. Makes sense though, because they're weak to Earthquake. Yeah, I can just Earthquake here, and I'll Weather Ball the Incineroar slot. I get that call correct. Oh my god, it's not Sash. Um, and yeah, here I can just hit. I shouldn't reveal. Well, they know I have a Wave Crash. Let's be real. Oh, whoops. Okay, yeah, I get the forfeit. All right, so I get game one there. Okay, that lead went amazingly. Um, okay, my mouse got stuck for a second. Um, I'm not sure what lead to. Should I just run the same lead? They should try and counter the lead. I'm not sure what they're gonna bring. Uh, I might just bring the same lead. I mean, no, they're probably gonna run the Aerodactyl mode, but even the Aerodactyl mode, I'm faster. Are they Scarf Lucario? I'm gonna bring the same. I'm gonna bring the same Pokemon. I feel like it's just very strong into their team. I don't think they brought Lumberry. If they had Lumberry, it'd be on Goodra. Um, if they have Aerodactyl, I outspeed that. Um, I'm gonna double check my prep and that I do outspeed it with a Choice Scarf. I do. Um, yeah, I don't think they brought really anything for this, so I'm just gonna bring the same team. I'll see if they have Lumberry on the, or even Scarf Lucario. That's what I was worried about as well. Maybe Scarf Lucario. Oh, actually, I should have to check. Was this Lucario Scarf? Did we even get to see it move? It used Protect, so it's not Scarf. Okay. So yeah, they do bring this mode. I can fake out Mouse Hold. Actually, I forgot what I was going to do into this. I should have re-looked at my prep. Oh, I was going to fake out Mouse Hold. No, I was going to fake out Aerodactyl. And Sleep Powder Mouse. That's what I was going to do into this. They don't Mega. That has burned 0 turns of sleep yet. And now I can Ice Spinner and Sleep Powder the Aerodactyl. Yeah, this is what I'm doing to this. Sorry, I completely forgot my prep. I said I kind of just woke up. I had a pretty good prep, I think, but then I was like, I just woke up and I didn't review my prep before. They don't Mega. Is it Gengar in the back? Does not KO. They have Bulk. Okay, so this is where things could get very dicey here if this Aerodactyl wakes up on first turn. And this could also Friend Guard as well, so I'm actually kind of scared. This is where I kind of wish I had Triple Axle or whatever. Ooh, this is scary now. They both have a chance to wake up here. I'm going to Throat Chop Aerodactyl and go Politoed. Maybe I should have been Swampert, but we'll see. Okay, they both stay asleep. Absolutely brutal. They have a 33% chance, I believe, to wake up at that turn. Mousehold will guarantee wake up now. If they have Instant in the back, they can get an Intimidate off. They're definitely going to follow me with Mousehold. I can just Protect with Weavile. They're gonna follow me with Mousehold, I think. I could just, Could I knock out Mousehold? With Mystic Water? I don't think I have time to calc this. 20 seconds. Let's see how good my calculating skills are. Max HP Mousehold takes 50%. Min. And then no KOs. Yeah, I'll Throat Chop. Weather Ball. Thunder! Sorry, insane prep. Oh my, thankfully I ran Bulk on it. Oh my god. Wow, insane tech. Think about every book on the plays. Max HP, calm with 5 speed def. Oh my god. Shout outs to this spread, by the way. This was to take 2 sludge bombs, I think. I'm gonna protect. Actually, no, I can't. I'm gonna throat chop and weather ball the Gengar. Gengar's probably gonna protect, but I don't think I need to make any crazy plays right now. Yeah, it did protect. I kind of thought about predicting that, but no burn. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the throat chop off now, and I'll helping hand to make sure it KOs. They should probably go for double protect on Gengar, unless they have something to KO me with. I outsped! Wow. Okay. Okay, so I can helping hand Ice Spinner then. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was a brutal game. So, oh my god, GG's, GG's. Once again, I have too many accounts, so it's not letting me chat. But I'll talk to my opponent, and I'll be back with the recap. Good to go up to 2-0. Okay, so I'm back here with my week 2 match recap. I'm doing this on a different day. I was mad tired when I did that match. I definitely forgot some stuff when I was in the match. I can't believe I forgot the Lucario showed protect because I was worried about Scarf Lucario, you know. And then I used protect, and after match I was like, oh, was this Lucario? Was it Choice Scarf? You know, and there was a point in that game where I was like, they could bring out Incineroar to intimidate, and my Weavile had Whiter, but I was going through the motions. But luckily, my prep was able to save me. My opponent just had nothing for Viv and Weavile. There's not much to say. I didn't have to use my Corviknight or my Sinistcha. You know, it's two times in a row I had to use my #1 pick Sinistcha. Weavile has been my MVP so far. Just a really, really strong Pokemon. Yeah, going through the match, I mean, game 1 just went exactly the way that my prep went. Like, this is what I had, you know, prepped out. White Herb for that, and then KO the Gengar. I will say I did get lucky on sleep turns. My opponent did not get a single first turn awake. If I remember correctly, after you sleep for 1 turn, that's guaranteed. You have a 33% chance to wake up on the next turn, and then after that, it's guaranteed. They failed this first turn awake every single time. Like right here, they go for protect right here, and they don't get it on the turn 2. Like, they fail this like every single time, which was just absolutely brutal for them. This is why, you know, like, this is part of why I drafted Viv. It's because I didn't want to deal with this, you know. I just really did not want to deal with this. Once again, this Scarf Lucario could have been a threat. Base 90 speed outspeeds Vivian. I can't fake out it with Weavile. Nor do I have any good move to hit it with. Come to fake out, throw chop, Ice Spinner. So this thing could have been a threat. Don't know what item it had, but yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, yeah, my opponent, yeah, they were mentioned that they had low time on prep because they had a bit of an emergency, which is unfortunate. So they weren't able to prep as well, which definitely you know, dampened things a bit. Because I had a lot of time to prep for this match. I think I just definitely in my prep. But I think I prepped well, and I got lucky on sleep turns. You know, like, as you can see, even here, like, the Incineroar, I didn't get the 33% chance to wake up. You know, but yeah, I mean, from here on, the game is just over. Like, one thing I don't understand how this mouse hold. I even reviewed this. How did this mouse hold not faint on this turn? Like, truly, I don't understand. It took 47% on a spread move, and then 2 Pokemon protect. And it goes from 47 to 44. Like, I don't get this. Like, single target should do more damage. Even if this is a high roll and this is a low roll, like, I don't understand how that, whatever. Okay, one second, another. Actually, no, that was the first turn. That was a guaranteed turn of sleep, actually. Okay, yeah, I don't know what item the Lucario was, but yeah, that's game over. So yeah, right there, you know, two times they got the full turns of sleep, which is unfortunate. This game was a bit closer. But I mean, yeah, the one thing that I do want to point out, though, right here, I think is important. when I Ice Spinner the Aerodactyl here, it absolutely has like a bunch of bulk. Because no bulk Aerodactyl, even with Friend Guard, it is faint to this Adamant Ice Spinner. So this definitely did have a bunch of bulk, and I called that out on the recording. I mean, once again, right here, both of them have a 33% chance. They fail both checks, which is just brutal. You know, like four different times they were put to sleep, and they had a 33% chance to wake up, and they just did not get all of it. And this right here, this turn right here was or not this turn. Right here, I thought about hitting Muddy Water, but I was scared of missing Mousehold. And I want to play it safe. And then, yeah, once again, the bulky Politoed spread just worked out. You know, as I said, this was for 2 Sludge Bombs, but they had a cool tech and Thunder, and I managed to live that. I think this right here is when I started to play a bit poor. I kind of knew the Gengar was gonna protect, but I didn't feel like it was worth it to call it out. Looking back, that was a poor play. First of all, the Goodra could have Flamethrower burned me, and second of all, after this Gengar protects, I didn't realize it at the time. I'm now in Sludge Bomb %. You know, like, so this turn right here, they could have just double KO'd me, like just immediately. I go for Helping Hand Throat Chop. Like, I don't know why my Weavile outsped. Once again, they mentioned my opponent mentioned that they were low on time to prep, which is unfortunate. They must have been running an insanely bulky Gengar, because once again, my Weavile is only running 17 speed Adamant. Like, this is just enough speed for Gliscor. At base 95 or. Yeah, base 95. So they were running like no bulk, no speed, like max special attack, max XP. If they outspeed me and Sludge Bomb me, I faint. Goodra hits like anything, like a Thunderbolt. Politoed faints, and now I'm down to like Swampert plus Viv. I still think I win. I think I just click Earthquake and I win. But like, it could get bad. I hit Earthquake, Gengar protects, Goodra goes for Giga Drain, which it does have. My Swampert faints, and then Viv locks into Hurricane. I'm not beating these two. I think the real answer is, I know Gengar's going to protect. I should just protect back. There's no reason for me to not protect with Weavile here. I honestly think on this turn, I should just double protect. I think that's truly the right play. I could also swap Politoed hard into Viv. I think. Because I don't think they're going to target Politoed, because Viv is the bigger threat. Like, I could also just actually Throat Chop into Gengar and then hard bring out Viv. Because if they then protect, I Sleep Powder afterwards. Makes a lot more sense here. So I think I misplayed here, and I really could have lost had this Gengar been faster and just Sludge Bombed me. I don't know why I just assumed I was gonna live Sludge Bomb. Like, I could have lost from this position here, but unfortunately for them, they were running just a really bulky Gengar with like no speed. Probably went to them unfortunately having an emergency and having just not much time to prep. One thing that I want to mention is why Helping Handed here. I mentioned this before, but I run a very bulky Gengar on ladder. It only has enough speed to like outspeed base 120 Pokemon, so it wouldn't work against a Weavile who's 125. But that spread that I run would have a 25% chance to live, 75% chance to KO, 25% chance to kill. No, 75% chance to kill, 25% chance to live. Sorry. So I wanted to make sure that would KO. Looking back, that made no sense. I should just double target the Gengar, Throat Chop, Weather Ball. Yeah. I don't know why I did this. I got kind of very lucky that my Weavile outsped. Once again, a universe where Gengar Sludge Bombs Weavile, Goodra knocks out Politoed. Things go very bad. And once again, they reveal Giga Drain here, so my Swampert was absolutely in danger if it came out there and tried to target Gengar on a Protect, and then that happens. And once again, the GUI reveals here, which was, you know, smart tech there. But yeah, once again, this is with no bulk. A bulky Gengar does have a chance to live Adamant Weavile. So yeah, always things to improve, always things to work on. But glad to go 2-0. My next opponent is against Robin. I'm not sure what their team name is. I forgot. They like to Sableye, I think, something like that. But yeah, they have a very tough team to work on. To battle against a lot of Pokemon they can bring, but hopefully I'll be able to win against that as well. And that's it for me today. Thank you guys for watching.